There we go. Ahoy everyone, welcome aboard. I'll be your Captain Hillian today, along with...
Please to Mighty Lieutenant Drakir at your service. And wait. There you go. Mic's closer. The mic was almost between my monitors. Almost very far away.
Okay, I'm not hearing too much of a difference, but I'll check how much of a difference there might be in the recording. But yeah, Drakir finally decided to join me over here at the table instead of hanging on to the sides. And yeah, welcome to Castlevania, the Dominus Collection. Or I'm not even sure if there's actually a "the" in there, but I'm going to call it the Dominus Collection, which contains, well, 3 games. Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, and Order of Ecclesia. And yeah, originally I was planning on only streaming this game here, but like within the same week that this released was when we were going to start streaming Order of Ecclesia through emulator. But, so yeah, freaking timing with that, huh?
Yeah, I think it was even something like this that... I think it was also more like... He said, alright, next game is this. So we could soon play this. When we finished this game, it was probably the day before we were to start this.
Yeah, they just dropped this game. Sorry. They just dropped this game without any fanfare ahead of time. Just, yeah, we also made this. Enjoy.
Yeah.
And it was like days between when we were to start with Order of Ecclesia and when we finished the previous game.
Yeah, I think we got to know it the next day we finished a certain game that, Dominus Effect has come out. Either the next day or within the 3 days before we were to start it. So we just ended up, alright, let's delay it to play the rest.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, you wanted to wait to see the reviews.
Let me double check things in settings, and yeah,
Wait,
there are also some extras here. We have these 2 extra Japanese exclusive games, I believe. Haunted Castle and Haunted Castle Revisit. I think that's what... I think Haunted Castle is what Castlevania was originally named in Japan, but I'm no Castlevania expert. Like, the first game that I ever played was Order of Ecclesia, which was why I wanted to stream that one specifically, along with, well, some more modern games. And yeah, there's also just a lot of extra stuff in here, like artwork, the music, and yeah, I have missed this. There's a Korean version? Okay.
Why is it American and European version?
And because censorship probably and such, and things getting named different. So
okay,
we're sticking with
sense.
the European versions.
Yeah,
okay.
as these prize we get to choose here. Usually we choose these things usually about language, but you might think what more weird it gets.
Yeah, I think it's been a bit since we've seen a staff credits button in the settings, which, well, would make sense that they put them somewhere in here, but they can't really have them playing after each of these, I think. But yeah, let's get into this game, and with that, get into a new scene.
Holy, we're trapped in a box.
And I forgot to swap these back around, so give me a sec on this. There and there. Yeah, I've had scenes prepped for DS games for quite a while. And yeah, let me just swap back for a second here. I think people can see why I want to play these in the DS scene. Because, well, once I go through here, yeah, that's the closest box over here. It's not really useful since, well, these are DS games, which didn't have 3 screens, it had 2 screens. But let me still show a little bit of what that will do. So just make a new game. Use right stick and trigger for touch controls. You can also use a mouse. Note some features in the game only work with touch controls. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of an... that was one of the issues, I presume, with porting these games, though technically I think that Technically, I think the Dominance Collection counts mostly as a sort of emulator of sorts. And yeah, I very much doubt they'll ever release any Zelda games on the PC, but if they ever do this with the DS Zelda games, I imagine they could do it in a similar way. Sign your name. I'll just leave it to...
Wait, what?
Yeah, we can sign our name here. Let's see, how was that? I'm trying to do a cursive H, so... I've completely forgotten how that works, so... I'm just going to write how I fucking write. There. It's probably the best you're going to get out of me. But yeah, over here, the blank space, it's mostly used for displaying controls, I think. So let's just jump back here. Ever since the solar eclipse, my life has made up been the same as some of hers. Okay. One extra feature in this game is, I'm guessing isn't... Yep, there we go. Yeah, it has a rewind. So if you screw up, or in this case, forget to read the text, we can just pause the game and rewind a bit. It is limited, as you can see, but it's likely to save our asses on a few cases, perhaps.
Yeah, it's still a nice thing to have.
And yeah, just for those that aren't aware, this game is a sequel of a game that, well, isn't in this collection, Aria of Sorrow. So we are sort of missing out on one game's worth of story with this, but that's where there are recaps. And yeah, maybe after Order of Ecclesia we stream Aria of Sorrow just to see what the hell happens in there.
If possible, since again, we should be very careful about emulators. Like again, as I said before, Nintendo are very anti-emulator and have been suing YouTubers that have streamed and made videos on said emulators.
Okay. Well,
they don't care how small you are.
Then we're just not going to say if a game is emulated or not. Anyways,
know.
Ever since the solar eclipse of 2035, my life has never been the same. It was then that I realized that I, Soma Cruz, am the rebirth of Dracula. It was in his castle, now sealed in the eclipse, that I learned the truth, that I possessed the power to seize the souls of my enemies. That evil power almost engulfed me, but my friends pulled me back and pulled me from the brink. About a year has passed since then, and I thought my troubles were over.
That sound effect.
Are you serious? Yeah, and that's when Hammer decided to... Wait, Soma, can I ask you something? Yeah, of course, Mina. What's wrong? It's been a year since it all happened, hasn't it? Mina Hakuba? Yeah, just about. And what was it called? You know, the ability to use the power of monsters? You mean the power of dominance? I lost it when we escaped Dracula's castle, remember? I know, but it's just that I got this terrible feeling. I get this terrible feeling inside. It's probably nothing. Look, don't worry, okay? This past year, I haven't been able to use any of the powers I gained. And suddenly just... Hello? You're Soma Cruz, aren't you? Yeah. And you are? You may call me Celia. And I'm here to see you're dead. Typos, I think. Come forth, my servants. At least he's straight to the damn point. Also, that's your servant. What? Mina, get back. Damn it. Of all the worst. Soma, you back off too. Mr. Aricado. Genya Aricado, the Guardian. You shall not interfere. A barrier. Quick, Soma, use this. And just chucks us a knife. And Well, skeleton, throw bones. Bullet type, tactical soul. Press up and X to use. Consumes MP on use. There. We are literally throwing them a bone. Armor Knight, attack with a spinning spear. Guardian type, tactical soul. Right button, shoulder button to use. Consumes MP while in effect. So that's a bigger one. Okay. With the left shoulder button, this isn't fully told, I think. You can dodge backwards. I'm not sure if the games actually ever tell this, or if that's only in the manuals or such. Okay. And there we go.
This game.
Golem, raise strength. Enchant type, tactical soul, takes effect when equipped, does not consume MP. Okay, is that all? That is all. Soma Cruz. I shall see here your demise. That is certain, using whatever means. Wait! Save your energy. You won't catch her now. Damn it. Soma, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. But that power returned. Ricardo, what's going on? The power didn't return. It was always with you. You just never had a need for it since you fled the castle. That set free all the souls that you had gained dominance over. You mean I couldn't use the power because I wasn't dominating any soul? Anyway, who was that woman? She seemed to know you. Celia Fortner. She's the priestess of a new and rapidly growing cult. We suspected she was up to something, so we've been keeping tabs on her. But why would someone like that come after Soma? They want to resurrect the Lord of Darkness. Like some sought to do with Dracula. I guess they don't like the fact that I didn't become the Lord of Darkness. Not only that, they intend to create a new Lord by eliminating you. Eliminating? But Soma, you don't need to get any more involved with this. Let us deal with it. And he just takes off. That woman. She said she would see my demise. Soma. Several days later. So, the cult's base is here. Hammer's info wasn't so iffy after all. You doubted my words? Hammer? What are you doing here? Also, how long have you been standing there? I've been following you for 50 miles. You haven't looked back once. What, are you dense? Who told you about this place? Wait, it was me. Well, yeah, but... Hey, you got your mind on doing something wicked, huh? I went in, buddy. Hey, what happened to that pretty little lady? You remember, right? You mean Yoko? She is not coming. In fact, I haven't told a soul. She ain't coming? Well, why not tell her at least... why not telling her at least? Okay, there are some grammar errors through the game, it seems. Oh, man. Well, since I'm here, I'd better make the best of it. I guess I'm back in business, and you're my customer. Hello in chat, Glacier Boy. Fitting scene for you to enter in on. I'll hop in chat just to get someone called Dense. Hammer, look, I'm saying this for your own good. You really should leave. Can't do that, I'm afraid. How are you doing, Glacier, by the way? And it looks like I'll need to move chat a little bit here. Let's see, where did I put that here? Event browser, chats. There. Okay, just move that a few pixels over, a few up.
Oh, you meant like that?
There we go. That's a lot better to read. Okay. There. I know when someone's in trouble. I'm not just gonna leave you here. Okay, I appreciate it. I'll scope out the place and find a spot to set up shop. See you around.
Area, not place.
Close enough. Man, why wouldn't he just tell her about this? Glacier, doing alright, thanks. Hope you're doing well. Pretty well, yeah. And happy Easter as well.
Yeah, happy Easter. I don't celebrate Easter myself, but still, you can still say happy Easter, folks.
Yeah. Okay. Now, one of the useful things about these... yes, wait. Okay, so I will say that I played these games each a bit to see if they worked well. So either it preserved map data from that, though I'm pretty sure I didn't cover all of that, or somehow we've already gained a map of this. I'm presuming it's the latter. Okay.
Ugh.
Oh, hell. Okay, so there is something useful in the other half of the game, of the map, of the empty space that I was pointing out earlier. It's currently showing the status screen. There should be a way to swap these around, I think. Let's see.
Are you telling me the reason it had 3 screens was meant for one of them to be a map?
There we go. Okay, I can just easily swap between them. So, okay, not all of this info will be needed at any time. So, let's keep it on this for the moment to see what we can find out about our enemies here. Oh, hello. Short swords. Okay. We can swap between our physical arms and our defenses and the souls we have equipped here. Let's see, 30/time probably costs 30 points per second or such. Okay, a cheap pocket knife, it cuts poorly. Could he really not have thrown us anything better? A sword with a stubby blades, 3 more attacks, so let's go with that. It attacks slower, of course, but it has more range. And it's a Glacier, happy Easter, I'm munching on an egg.
Actual egg or chocolate egg? Hi, big doggo!
Wards.
Hi, doggo!
And axe armor, which are, well, rather classics of Castlevania.
It's called axe armor?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, your standard-ass zombie.
I guess it makes sense if they just living armor with an axe, and I guess that makes sense. Yep.
Summon zombie. And a level. Okay, fire-breathing doggo.
Wait, it's a hellhound, ain't it?
Yeah.
Actually, it would say it, so you can look that up.
Okay, I like how we're... I like how the zombies just get split in half. Huh? Those two. Oh, Soma. Julius Belmont, because there can't be a... Well, there's almost no Castlevanias without Belmonts. Yoko, Julius, what are you two doing here? Funny you should ask that. We got wind of this cult from a tip by Arikado. I'm investigating with Mr. Belmont. I'm sure you remember him, the hunter. So, please understand. If the darkness draws you in, I have no choice but to destroy you. Yes, I know. Then, there is no reason for you to be here. That's right, you're only putting yourself in danger. That Celia woman, not only was she after me, she tried to harm Mina too. Another misspelling? And hello, Marco. Let's see. Pretty sure you're supposed to play Aria of Sorrow before this. Yeah, but that's not in this collection. I'm not gonna stop until I find her. You're determined, I see. And I have nothing more to say. Wait, Julius. How could you just say that? You barely tried to convince him. I'll be going now. Wait a second. I'm coming too. No, Yoko. You stay. We'll need a contact here, just in case. Hey, wait, you can't just... And he does indeed just. Men, they're so selfish. I bet you have no intention of going home either. Well, fine then. Here, take this. Magic Seal 1. And this is... a Magic Seal. Magic Seal? The cult leader appears to create gates that draw the power of darkness. Monsters exposed to that power are said to be invincible. So how am I supposed to destroy them? That's where this magic seal comes in. Want to practice using it? Yeah, this is some... Of course, since this game is on the DS, of course they're going to use touch constraint, or was on the DS. There are going to be touch control things. Good. Now watch closely. Draw a figure exactly as shown. Okay. Okay, now you try it. There. Good, that's it. Just don't forget how you did that. Oh, one more thing. You can practice drawing a magic seal anytime. If you're not sure how to do it, you should definitely practice. Got it. A magic seal activates on its own when it's needed. Give it a try and see. Okay, now... Let's go, Soma. Huh? Go where? It's a dead end here. Only Julius could get in from somewhere like this. We should go back and find a different way in. Alright, if we have to. There's no shelter from the rain and wind here either. Will you escort me? Sure, of course. Thanks, let's go. Marco, say hello to the worst mechanic in the game. Yeah, from what I've heard, the magic seals are not too liked, which is, I presume, why they never made another appearance. Because the thing with them is, well, they're boss killers. Or rather, finishers. And if you don't finish them with them, they're just going to regenerate a portion of their health and you start all over. Well, not all over, but you're going to have to kick them down again.
I don't hate the idea, but I feel like... I know what they did if they wanted to experiment, do something new, but they didn't think it through. But I feel like the idea probably works better on a virtual reality game, like a VR.
Maybe.
For in VR games, they already have been doing magic systems like that.
Save room. Press up in front of the statue to save the game. Okay. Yes. I said yes. Why did I put that automatically on no? I'll never get. I'll never. Well, no. But yeah. Let's see. If we have enough MP, it seems that we'll do an enhanced stab with the sword, apparently. Let's see. Marco, I prefer Portal of Ruin over this. Well, that's next on the list once we're done with this one. Though I have absolutely no clue how long it might take us to get there in the first place. This door. It looks like we need a magic seal right away. Most likely you'll need a magic... they automatically did that one. You'll need a magic seal to finish off the monster in here. Be calm and focus. I'll be waiting here. No problem. So, first boss. And it's some... okay, it's more than just some dude in armor. They're wielding freaking, well, broadswords.
Flying armor.
There. Yep. Okay, they fly off at an angle. They come down from the... Is that a heart on their belt? Okay. So we're fighting an evil Power Ranger.
Really?
Oh, was there actually a voice line from the game there?
Okay, I was wondering who said that?
For a second I thought I forgot to silence something.
I was wondering if someone accidentally joined our voice chat without us knowing.
Actually, that might be the case because the group reactive is currently hidden. But we would have had a ping of someone entering, and there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said.
I just know. There's actually floating knights, defeat flying armor. Okay, so I did not test up till or past here. It did not show up on the stream actually, or no, of course it wouldn't show up because it's in the area that's off, not being recorded. Anyways, flying armor reduced the speed of falling. But yeah, there were button presses for the magic seal drawing as well. So, okay, they must have put that in.
Yeah, to make it easier, since you don't have really a touchpad in that manner on controllers usually.
Yeah. Let's see, Marco. I think in this collection they made it so you can do the magic seals by pressing the buttons on the controller. What we just realized. So I was correct.
So a quality of life improvement.
Yeah. Which, well, is always a good idea when doing things like this. You did it! Using magic seals is a piece of cake. Don't be too sure. That magic seal won't be useful forever. What do you mean? They have probably prepared new and more complex patterns for magic seals. But not to worry. They must have hidden the magic seal pattern somewhere. If they didn't, the gates to the darkness would be useless. I get it. I won't keep holding you up as my escort anymore. I can manage now. You sure? In that case, I'll be going now. Oh, there's one more thing, though. Julius may have some new information, so come see me if you're close by. And Soma, please don't do anything reckless. Take care. Count on it. You take care too, Yoko. By the way, Marco, how is the audio balancing so far? At the moment, the only thing that's really audible is that heartbeat from, well, that Heart of Darkness thing.
Yeah, no. On my end sounds fine, but it's the difference between hearing us and hearing what the stream is and recording.
Yeah. And let's see, Marco, I think it was mostly implemented for people who bought the collection on console. Okay.
Yeah, there's no touchscreen on a Switch.
You two are a bit loud. Okay.
That's new.
Well, my mic is closer to me nowadays. Let's pick this up, and I'll adjust the audio once we actually have background music again. Here we go. How's that compared to everything? Oh, there's a second set of these. Okay.
Actually, it reminds me, everything is recording correctly, I hope, and such.
Yep. Okay, good now. Okay, so no real need to change things around. Okay. Okay. So this is not a passive. Okay, let's see. Oh, right. There. Okay, Claymore. Okay, say no more. Of course, a heavy two-handed sword. And yeah, that's of course going to take a lot longer to slice, but it also hits in a much bigger area. So that's one thing I know about these games that's been since, I think this has been since Symphony of the Night, where you can just adjust your playstyle to however you like. Just using different equipment. A spear. Let's see. Standard spear. Less damage. Oh, did I forget this? Huh. Okay, a lot more reach, but also a lot more best weapon win. I've never played this game before, so I don't know what the quote-unquote best weapons would be. Though I have heard about not really a sort of secret/joke weapon, which is just a fucking RPG, and not like an RPG game, like a rocket-propelled grenade launcher.
Oh, I was getting that. Oh, bloody heck.
Ouija table, not just a board, the entire damn table. A mace. Large club for introducing to people's face.
Oh, that's a two-handed mace. Oh, a great mace. Holy.
There's no need to praise it so much, but it still looks good, yeah? Okay. Nope.
Ha ha ha. It's trying to steal my humor?
Maybe. Nope. There we go. Okay. There. Now I'm picturing swatting a bat out of the air with a freaking mace like that. Just overkill much. It would be like squishing a mosquito with a baseball bat.
I think it's probably easier to hit a bat with a mace than a mosquito with a baseball.